Well, what a thrilling way to end the day's racing here at Kenilworth. A dead heat in the last between Brave Tiger and Happy Wanderer. Those were numbers 2 and 7. I've got the two jocks with me. Aldo, we'll start with you. You were aboard Brave Tiger. How did it go for you?
Hey, Mr. Lee, I had a plum draw. Race gates open and everything went quite nicely, you know, and I saw Pierre in front of me and I knew he'd at least take me to the 300 because back then he would have probably taken me to the 100, but yeah, he was going quite nicely. He was idling, and the more I asked him, the more he started giving to me, and I saw Corne starting to move up, and he was moving up quite aggressively, and I thought at that stage he probably has my measure, and we then started locking horns, I think, from a furlong out, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get back at him because, you know, he was keeping his stick off his horse, and I thought I'm going to do the same because I'm not going to go for all my aces, and kudos to him because the more I asked my horse, the more he just started responding to my urges, you know, so yeah, he's not an easy guy to get past, and it's always, I told him at the pull-up, I really hope this is a dead hit because a race like that really deserved it.
Yeah, it was a thrilling finish to watch. Corne, from your point of view, what were you thinking when you were neck and neck there with a furlong to run?
Yeah, look, the race planned out quite nicely, and we didn't have the best draw 8, but he popped out nicely, and I managed to sit just off Aldo and him, and he came into the straight, and he literally just pulled me next to Aldo, and like I said, we locked horns, and I wasn't going to pull my stick. I was going to wait. He's just come back. He's freshly back from Hong Kong, and I thought, stuff that. I'm gonna finish this race without it. But a great finish, and that's a nice way to end off the day. Well done to Mark, and a big thanks to Bernard for not feeling so well. Thanks, Bo. Just well done to everybody and to Aldo. Thank you very much.
Well done. Super effort from both of you.
Thank you, Silly. Big thank you to Mr. Steyn. I have to iterate. I think he's probably the most underrated trainer I've ever come across. He takes these cheap horses and he just keeps getting them to knock on the door, and it's always nice when you get him to reward like this. And Corne, well done, pal, and everyone else concerned.
I think you've said it all. Well done.
Just also well done to my sponsors, Mattress King, and to SMG Cape Town, and to Mike as well. Same thing. Small trainer. Every opportunity he gets, he gives it his best.
Super. Okay. Where's Pitt? Pitt not here? Pitt's left. Okay, we'll go straight to you then, Mike. I will say your horse looked superb in the parade ring and the canter past, and it's only right that he got a share of the spoils.
No, thank you very much. And I was just saying to Wendy now, you know, he's such a game little horse, this. And to run like this, to win again at the maidens, you know, he just needed gelding, and he's a smart little horse, so I really like him. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm just checking now. I think I'm right in saying that Brave Tiger is in fact a year older than him, so a lot of merit in the run.
No, absolutely. And as I said, you know, just very nice. And thanks to Corne for an awesome ride. I thought he rode an absolute cracker from the draw. Yeah, thanks to Bernard.
He's getting a lot of thank yous.
I don't even for doing nothing. But big thank you to Wendy and Stephen, and Shane, well done to Pitt as well, and Mark and all the other owners involved, and great. Very happy to have a winner. Yeah.
Sure you are, well said. Huh? Wendy Hartley, she's going to come across and have a quick word with us right now. Well, more exciting than that, I don't think it gets.
Oh, it's fantastic when you raised the mom, and now to have her baby win is just, oh, I'm so excited, yes.
Yeah, lovely looker, I must say.
Isn't he just? Yeah. Yes, I'm amazed how beautiful he is. His mum was quite good looking, but anyway, can I say thank you to Annabelle and Terry Andrews, because he bred at their stud, and then he went over to Lola Crawford at Greenhill Farm to grow up, and now he's come to Mike, so he's had, I'm so thrilled with how well everybody's looked after him, and a big thank you to Corne. He didn't know the horse, but he rode him really well today, so yes, thank you, and thank you to also well done to the co-winner.
Well done to you and your husband.
Thanks.
Okay, you coming across? Okay, we've got a representative of Brave Tiger. I'm trying to flick this tablet here all the time now. He's an older horse. He's a 4-year-old, but his recent form's been pretty good and consistent.
Yeah, he has been very consistent, and credit to Pitt. You know, for incredibly cheap purchase, this Stan, and he's earned well over sprints and now over 1,400. It's quite a difficult horse. That's actually why Pitt darted off. He sort of tenders his apologies, but horse does require careful supervision. And Aldo handled things very, very well. You know, he poised perfectly and then made a move at the right time. It also compliments to Mike and the connections of Happy Wanderer. A little horse, but a game, so they fought it out. Very exciting.
Well, I think that's a big end to a great day's racing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Bryn is trying to fall asleep on the Gold Coast, and I keep bugging him with messages. He's obviously happy to have this as a sort of a good night present.
Well done to all of you.
Thank you, Stan.
Okay, there we go. And that is the end of the day's racing here at Kenilworth. It's been a lovely day's racing. Weather didn't quite play its part, but it didn't pour, so we put up with it. Well, we've got a midweek meeting here on Wednesday, and then, of course, coming Saturday, we have the Colts Guineas amongst a couple of other features as well. So a lot to look forward to with racing in the Cape over the next week or two. I hope you can be with us as often as possible. For the time being, good night from all of us.